could put a bit of pressure on Andre. He's got the game sort of to take it to him.
And that's Agassi's first ace of the match. And well, maybe Tim wasn't convinced.
And he served it into that shadow there. It's not always that easy to call the line when there's a shadow on it.
That's now 8 successive points. Agassi's won on serve, and when you're struggling to hold your own serve, the last thing you want is the guy at the other end to have a love service game, and then you're back at it again.
That's very true.
2 love service games in a row.
1 game all.
A roving reporter for our host broadcasters. Now you're probably much more up with. Do you know who Nicolette Sheridan is?
No, I don't, I'm afraid, David. No, I have to excuse myself as well. No.
15 up.
Sure, one of the many soap stars in America.
Well, I'm not sure that he was deliberately trying to bring Agassi into the net, but it worked.
No, it did work. Trying to change the game. It shows that he's thinking out there on the court. It's a very poor drop shot, I thought, for Tim's standard, but he got away with it, you know, and it's a lovely backhand down the line, which should also fill him with confidence. Moved well to it, and he got away with it.
Just found himself stretching too much and trying to flick it with the wrist. Very difficult to control then.
Yeah, Andre gave him no pace as well, so Tim was going to have to generate the pace from low down. If you see here, there's a dipping ball with no pace on it, and there's Tim just trying to flick it with his wrist instead of punching through there, because he knew he had to get some pace. Otherwise, Agassi was going to run it down, and he had the whole court to hit it in.
It was the third game of the first set that produced the 1 break, and in that game also Henman was 30 love up and was caught at 30 all.
I think you heard Tim say there, am I going to get 1? I think he was talking, am I going to get 1 call in my favour today? He obviously feels a little bit hard done by.
It's the best way to take your anger out. You have to remember too that if the serve had been called good, he'd have had a very nasty return to play.
I don't think it helped you at the time, but this forehand was terrific again. Gives himself plenty of room to swing the forehand, and you know, and there's the pump there. He's getting pumped up for this match. He knows he stay ahead, and he's right in there.
let that get away from him. And here's Agassi with break point. He's playing the break points well now.
He's played them very well. In the first set as well, although he did get broken, he played the break points very well, and that's a great off forehand. I mean, I didn't think he had the angle for this. I mean, he's just run around it. He's beating Agassi with the angle. It was short, it was in the service box, and it was just going away from him. I think Agassi was looking for maybe the big one down the forehand side, and got caught a little flat-footed.
It's been the second deuce, is the longest game of the match. That's the little trembler device that calls the net courts. It bleeps in the umpire's ear. Fifth double brings up a second break point. Putting a little string saver in.
Yep, it's not because he can't afford another restring, it's just that that's his favourite racket, and he puts that in and it will last maybe will even last the match. They're very good, and especially when you're using gut and you can see it's fraying, you know exactly what time to put it in, and I think most of the top players use them now.
Here's neither man short of a bob or two. They both made over $500,000 in prize money alone this year. And then you add on all the endorsements.
And the big points very well in this game, Tim. He knows he's got to stay ahead here. He's got Andre out of position. Andre tries to hit a recovery shot there, just high, looped it deep, but it wasn't deep enough, and Tim was able to get onto it and hit it into the open space.
Left. Well played. Henman's clinging on to his serve. He's saved now 3 break points in this second set, but crucially he's held serve